Welcome back. Well, some women today are facing so much stress and expectations. It's taking a toll on their body and scalp. I am joined with Kim D'Amico, a New Haven hairstylist who is working with women who are experiencing hair loss. And Chris Paglia is here to talk about her experience with all of this. Thank you so much for being here this morning, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Kim, first off, let's talk about how big of a problem this is. I mean, how many people do you see come through your salon?
I see the change in the past decade. It definitely becoming more of a problem. I think women are taking more medication, they're stressed out, they're working, they're balancing family, and stress really takes a toll on the hair. Extreme dieting, I think a lot more women are conscious of losing weight, and lack of protein, certain fats will definitely contribute to all of that, and it's devastating.
And some of your clients, they have all sorts of different kinds of issues, from alopecia to other things that can cause hair loss.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what are some of the things?
Trichotillomania, alopecia, menopause, side effect of blood pressure medicines, thyroid conditions, of course, cancer medications.
Sure. And you know, this is something that a lot of women don't talk about, but it's important to talk about because it can be very difficult.
It is the most difficult subject to even approach somebody about. We all know somebody or work with somebody. We let them stay under the radar.
Right.
We don't want to expose them because we really know how hard it is that they're trying to not be exposed.
Right.
So it really makes it all the more a delicate topic to approach somebody about.
Sure. And Chris, thank you so much for telling your story with us today. You're from New Haven originally, and when did you start noticing your hair loss?
Well, it was quite a long time ago, and I've been going to Kim for a very long time for cuts and color. And I actually said I had a problem with doing some blow drying piece with the front of my hair, and she said, oh, that's because your hair is thinning. And I was really surprised. I didn't even notice it myself except for this issue.
Sure.
And it wasn't until just a few years ago that I went to the dermatologist for a regular checkup, and he identified it, or said it was diagnosed as frontal fibrosing alopecia. So that means the hair cells die and they don't come back.
When you got that news, that must have been difficult to hear.
It was, and yet there was a little bit of clarity about being specific, that it wasn't something that was going to be different, and my wishing it away wasn't going to make it different, and my trying to pull, camouflage was not very effective.
Well, we have some before and after pictures of Chris, and it's just amazing to see the difference with not only Chris but some of your other clients. What is this? What is this that you do?
It's a hair attachment. It's very small, and it acts different than a full wig. Women feel like they have a hat on, or the density is so thick when you put on a full piece wig. Density is, I think, pivotal in looking very natural.
Sure.
Chris wasn't born with an amazing amount of hair, so when we put the piece on Chris, it really looked like her. It's not over
I would never
thick.
know.
Exactly.
I mean, looking at you here.
Being undetected is the most important, and the integrity of the hair, which is 100% human hair. You can flat iron it, you can curl it, you can wash it. Chris can jump in the pool, she could shower, and she could be independent and not have to rely on the elements, going out in the wind, getting invited to a beach party, being on a cruise and not having your hairdresser, 20 minutes away or a phone call away. It literally is a part of you because it's adhesed on the scalp.
That's incredible.
And you get to incorporate your own natural hair with it, so it's just on the top of the head.
Wow.
It's not a full piece.
And I take it, Chris, this has been a life changer. I mean, what's it like now?
Absolutely. I think before I was totally preoccupied with how it looked and how I looked, and constantly pulling my hair to the front, trying to camouflage it. Whereas afterwards, I could forget about it. I didn't even think about it anymore.
Wow.
I went back to being the way it was for me, too, as well as other people.
Is it expensive?
It varies. It's not cheap. It's I think everything a woman does today as far as maintenance, a little pricey. Our manicures aren't $12 anymore, they're $30 because they last longer. This will last 4 to 5 weeks. This isn't something that you take on and off every day, just like your hair color. You know, I just think it's, with Botox is expensive, all the maintenance across the board, eyelashes, it's the new norm. It's just another priority, you know, where you want to spend your maintenance dollars.
For me, it was, I think, about the same as cut and color. You know, I was into doing that pattern, and so although I had let go of that, I was very willing when I saw what the benefit was.
It's a priority. You know, we will prioritize. And
Sure. Well, thank you so much, Chris and Kim. For more information about your salon,
Thank you.
You can head to our website, WTNH.com. Thank you so much for coming on, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Coming up here on Good Morning Connecticut, tragedy in the water. How a young girl's trip to North Carolina landed her in the hospital. Plus, Britain leaving the European Union, how the ripple effect is still being felt all over the world this morning. We'll have more on that coming up. Sam?
All right, we don't have much summertime humidity, although we do have a lot of summertime temperatures. That summertime humidity is going to be returning, but when? We'll talk about that in your lifestyle forecast when we